translation of Sahih Bukhari, Book 66. Sacrifice on occasion of birth, Aqiqa. Volume 7, Book 66, number 376. Narrated Abu Musa. A son was born to me and I took him to the Prophet who named him Ibrahim, did tanak for him with a date, invoked Allah to bless him and returned him to me. The narrator added that was Abu Musa's eldest son. Number 377. Narrated Aisha. A boy was brought to the Prophet to do tanak for him, but the boy urinated on him, whereupon the Prophet had water poured on the place of urine. Number 378. Narrated Esma bint Abu Bakr. I conceived Abdullah bin Azubair at Mecca and went out of Mecca while I was about to give birth. I came to Medina and encamped at Quba, and gave birth at Quba. Then I brought the child to Allah's apostle and placed it on his lap. He asked for a date, chewed it, and put his saliva in the mouth of the child. So the first thing to enter its stomach was the saliva of Allah's apostle. Then he did its tanak with a date, and invoked Allah to bless him. It was the first child born in the Islamic era, therefore they Muslims were very happy with its birth, for it had been said to them that the Jews had bewitched them, and so they would not produce any offspring. Number 379p. Narrated Anas bin Malik. Abu Talha had a child who was sick. Once, while Abu Talha was out, the child died. When Abu Talha returned home, he asked, "How does my son fare?" Sulaim his wife replied, "He is quieter than he has ever been." Then she brought supper for him and he took his supper and slept with her. When he had finished, she said to him, "Bury the child as he's dead." Next morning Abu Talha came to Allah's apostle and told him about that. The Prophet said to him, "Did you sleep with your wife last night?" Abu Talha said, "Yes." The Prophet said, "O Allah, bestow your blessing on them as regards that night of theirs." Sulaim gave birth to a boy. Abu Talha told me to take care of the child till it was taken to the Prophet. Then Abu Talha took the child to the Prophet and Sulaim sent some dates along with the child. The Prophet took the child on his lap and asked if there was something with him. The people replied, "Yes, a few dates." The Prophet took a date, chewed it, took some of it out of his mouth, put it into the child's mouth and did tanak for him with that, and named him Abdullah. Number 380. Narrated Salman bin Amir ad-Dabi. I heard Allah's apostle saying, "Aqiqa is to be offered for a newly born boy, so slaughter an animal for him, and relieve him of his suffering." Note, it has been quoted in Fatih al-Bari that the majority of the religious scholars agrees to the hadith narrated in Sahih at-Tirmizi that the Prophet was asked about Aqiqa and he ordered 2 sheep for a boy and 1 sheep for a girl, and that is his tradition sunnah. Number 381. Narrated Habib bin Ash-Shahid. Ibn Sirin told me to ask al-Hasan from whom he had heard the narration of Aqiqa. I asked him and he said, from Samura bin Jundab. Number 382. Narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Neither Farah nor Atira is permissible. Al-Farah nor Atira is permissible." Al-Farah was the first offspring of camels or sheep which the pagans used to offer as a sacrifice to their idols. And Al-Atira was a sheep which was to be slaughtered during the month of Rajab. Number 383. Narrated Abu Hurairah. The Prophet said, "Neither Farah nor Atira is permissible." Al-Farah was the first offspring they got of camels or sheep which they pagans used to offer as a sacrifice to their idols. Atira was a sheep which used to be slaughtered during the month of Rajab.